Okay, from Owen Field in Norman, side of OU's last Big 12 regular season game, Sooners go out winners over the TCU Horned Frogs 69-45. Fitting it with the last Big 12 game would you get a Big 12 score to close it out. Throwback day, if you will, for the Sooners. With Eli Lederman and Jenni Carlson, this is Guerin, Emig. We were on hand to watch it for Sellout Crowd. We're going to write a lot about it, along with Barry Trammell, who is also here. But for now, we're talking about it. Eli, your initial impression, players, plays, moments, whatever comes to mind. Let us lay it on us.
Well, the big question coming in today, right, was would Dillon Gabriel play? And after a very convincing warm-up session, it wasn't just an act. He did play. The Sooners aired it out. And the story at the start here, and really of the day, was the offense. They threw all over TCU. They put up 69 points. I believe that's maybe their second most in a Big 12 game. Talk about fitting for going out. The defense later in the game, we can talk about that. They struggled, looked at times more like the 2022 Sooners. But the story here was an offense that lit it up, that set out, Big 12 play. It's going to be done now, but it was a very Big 12 score line, and that happened with Dillon Gabriel leading the way.
Jenni, do you start with the offensive excellence or the defensive holes in the second half in particular? Where do you go?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird game, wasn't it, guys? But I guess it kind of was fitting for a Friday morning game. It was kind of a slow start to getting fans in the stadium. Very little tailgating with the day after Thanksgiving. So it kind of fit the vibe, Sooners score on 6 or 7 possessions in the first half, and the defense goes soft in the second half and the third quarter especially. But the scoring ends with Billy Bowman, another pick six, which was really a fun return that he had to score there. I think the defense having its struggles was a bit of a concern, but I think the fact that they were able to rally a bit, and surely TCU's defense, they were talking adjustments in the first half and at halftime, and we saw them play a little bit better in the second half. But that offensive production, I mean, obviously, scoring as much as they did, that was a huge, huge momentum, a great way for Dillon Gabriel to have his final game as a Sooner quarterback. Great way for Drake Stoops to finish up his career. So lots for the Sooners to like in their last regular season game.
So now we join just about everyone else sitting around and waiting to see what else happens in this conference. Texas plays Texas Tech tonight in Austin. Oklahoma State hosts BYU tomorrow afternoon. And then you've got Farmageddon in Manhattan between K-State. Whoops, I lost the computer. K-State and Iowa State. And what happens to the Sooners will depend on what happens in those three games. May not see these guys again until their bowl game, whether it's San Antonio or Orlando, or if they sneak into a New Year's Six. And it'll be interesting to see what the team looks like then, whether it's opt-outs or transfers, maybe even a coaching situation if Jeff Levy becomes a hot candidate as offensive coordinator to take his first head coaching gig. Whatever happens, we'll track it for you here at selloutcrowd.com. Jenni, Barry, Eli, and myself and all of the crew, thanks very much for tuning in to what we had to say about today's regular season finale, and certainly keep an eye out on our content at selloutcrowd.com.